For most people, taking out a lease can be an uphill process. There's a credit check, a security deposit, and tough competition, just to name a few. But for giant fossil fuel companies, taking out a lease is a totally different story. Oil, gas, and coal companies are being awarded leases by the federal government for giant tracts of public lands at very cheap rates. Extracting fossil fuels permanently alters these lands. These operations require roads, toxic waste pits, and industrial infrastructure. They consume enormous amounts of fresh water. For leases awarded in federal waters like the Gulf of Mexico, offshore drilling has led to disastrous oil spills. All of this makes climate change worse.
On average, the extraction and burning of fossil fuels from public lands and waters is responsible for nearly a quarter of all US carbon emissions.
For all these problems and pollution, guess how much the leases cost? Our public lands are being leased to fossil fuel companies for as low as $1.50 per acre. So, while many of us must spend a good chunk of our paycheck to lease an apartment, a fossil fuel company can permanently alter the landscape of an acre of public land for less than the price of a cup of coffee. Tribes, conservation organizations, and climate activists are pushing to halt the federal fossil fuel leasing program. They understand the climate can't withstand more extraction and burning of fossil fuels. Once a lease has been awarded, a company could be pumping oil or mining coal from underground for decades to come.
Earth Justice has repeatedly gone to court to defend our public lands and waters. They've worked to hold polluters accountable and ensure that climate change is taken into account whenever new fossil fuel leasing or mining or oil drilling projects are proposed. To learn more about their work on oil and gas leasing, follow the link below.